Yeah, friends. So there were two important econometric techniques which were still remaining to be discussed, and let us discuss those now. Again, I go back to show you the same diagram that I have been showing you, which makes a presentation about which tools to use and why. So if you look at this, you would see that that after the long run integration has been checked, which is here. So now we need to go to CCEMG and AMG, which we have done in the previous class. After that, we have to go for the robust estimates. What are the robust estimates? You know that there is an ordinary least square. We already discussed it in the previous class, that there is an ordinary least square method which you need to do in the regression model. So basic regression model, which is OLS, is the ordinary least square regression model. However, there are advanced versions of the ordinary least square model which are called the robust models. What are those? Two of the prominent ones are, one is fully modified ordinary least square, FMOLS, fully modified ordinary least square. The other one is dynamic ordinary least square, which is called DOLS. So FMOLS and DOLS, these are two major measures of robust estimation for the least square. Therefore, let us compute that now. So I am already presenting to all of you, but I am not showing you my data sheet. So let me now show you my data sheet, which is here. So I have the same sheet which we were using in the previous class. I'm using the same sheet here. Because you have to take up the point of DOLS and FMOLS, so you need to use a package of COINTREG. What is the package? Package is called COINTREG, COINTREG. So what I advise you to do at the first go is SSC space install space COINTREG, so that you install this package. So please install this package and then either say done or write done so that we can proceed further. But the first step is that you install this package, COINTREG. Please do that. Monica wrote a while back that the voice was cracking. Is that fine?
So it's still wavering.
I don't know. Everything is normal from my
It's not
side.
stable. It's not stable. It's not coming stable.
Is it? I don't know. In fact, everything is just as ordinary as it usually used to be. But I can seem to.
Maybe from my side. Maybe
Yeah,
it will be
maybe.
issue from my side, right?
For others, it is.
Maybe Monica ma'am, because sir, you are audible, like very
Okay,
clearly
okay.
audible.
So it's an
Monica
issue from
ma'am,
my side, right?
Okay.
Right.
So guys, please install this package and let me know once you are done so that we can proceed further.
Hello sir.
Hi.
सर संजय है.
Yeah, Sanjay ji.
सर वो कह रहा है कि पैकेज नॉट फाउंड.
What is not found?
पैकेज.
Yes, sir. Same here.
Package not found.
Yes sir.
होना तो नहीं चाहिए. COINTREG is a package.
Same here, sir.
अच्छा. What did you write? SSC install co. Please mind the spellings. Co-intreg. This one. Yeah, Priya. Yeah, that's correct.
So no, it's not working.
Okay, no worries, don't worry. So try another one. Try this. Before you put cointrack, put xt. Is it working now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good. Please install xt cointrack.
So install. It's installed.
Good. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So guys, first of all, with the cointrack package also, there are two types of results which we compute through fmols or dols. One are the results which we compute overall, just like we did in one of the previous analysis lastly. We computed overall and then we computed per country wise. So here also we need to compute, we may compute overall and we may compute per country. But please note what is the syntax. So what is the syntax? Please have a look at my screen. I have written xt cointrack. Then I will choose my dependent variable. And then I will select some of my independent variables. So please select your dependent variable and some of your independent variables like this. Then put a comma. Then write est bracket dols, bracket close, give a space and write full. These are your results, which you would see from here. So in this way, you would see your results. I earlier put a lot of variables. Now I'm only putting two variables to see results in a bit more clear manner. So I have only put two variables now. So three variables. I have put ln GDP, I have put ln income, and I have put ln mobile. Now let us see how to interpret those results.
सर ये कह रहा है कि कमांड को इंटीग्रेट इज अनरिकॉग्नाइज्ड.
दिखाइए जरा स्क्रीन दिखाइए अपनी.
Same, sir.
हाँ दिखाइए स्क्रीन दिखाइए. I can stop sharing. Please show your screen.
So just a minute.
Anmol, I think you need to mute. It's creating a bit of disturbance on. Yeah. Can I see some screen, please? With the results, if you are not able to do, or even if you are able to do.
सर एक मिनट सर.
Sir, this is the error which is coming. Command cointrack is unrecognized.
Sir, is it visible?
हाँ, it is visible. एक बार दोबारा वो कीजिए SSC install XT cointrack.
Okay, sir.
Just wait. अब कीजिए SSC install cointrack XT हटा के SSC install.
हाँ जी sir. The same issue is there. सर्च cointrack कीजिए. सर्च cointrack राइट पे लिखा है, उस पे क्लिक कर दीजिए जस्ट. हाँ जी. If the help is opened, but
Just a second. Let me just read what it is saying. हाँ, 2 packages found है ना नीचे. These 2 packages
जी?
found. नीचे it is saying ना 2 packages found.
ये जो journals वाले हैं सर.
हाँ जी. इनको
हाँ
इंस्टॉल
जी.
कीजिए. राइट, इस पे क्लिक कीजिए. सिंपल. Just click on it. हाँ, click here to install. हाँ, click here to return. चलिए पीछे. Click here to return to the previous screen. Go back. Again go back. नीचे होगा go back एक और. नीचे और नीचे. Click here to return to the previous screen. Yeah. तो इसमें अब सेकंड वाले
ये
सेकंड वाले पे भी क्लिक
हाँ
कीजिए.
okay.
Yeah, click here to install. Wait. Yeah. अब एक बार इस पे इसको छोड़ दीजिए. दूसरे पे जाइए जो पीछे स्क्रीन दिख रही है. इसको छोड़ दीजिए. लीव इट असाइड. तो पीछे स्क्रीन या क्लिक किए. अब यहाँ पे लिखिए वो कमांड दोबारा XT cointrack वाली जो मैंने लिखवाई थी. नो नॉट दिस वन.
सर XT वाली
जो हमने ऊपर लिखी थी ना कमांड, जो XT cointrack space dependent variables space independent variables comma EST.
okay. This one.
हाँ. Here you go.
Now it's done.
I hope everyone can replicate. Guys, I hope you can do the same.
Can you please repeat the command?
Yeah, Jyoti will do the demonstration now.
Yeah.
So you have to do search. ज्योति लिख दीजिए यहाँ जरा. सर्च स्पेस cointrack. सर्च स्पेस cointrack.
and then you get two packages. Take both of those packages, install both of those packages, and it should be fine with you. So now guys, Jyoti, please stop presenting.
Okay.
It's interpretation
And
of result.
yeah,
Interpretation of result.
I'm coming to that only.
Sir, I found only one package and command is still not working.
So please mute yourself. Yeah, so see this. Now, what is the beauty of robust estimation is that it is giving you the results, and it is giving you the results for all the countries. For all the countries. May I request everyone to mute oneself, please? So see here, these are the results of the 10 countries that I had taken. So you can see in the end there is 1, 2, 3, 4 written. This is the country code. So I had given them the country code. Now, what you have to see, what you have to report and what you have to see, you can report the beta value. You can report the beta value. For example, for my country 1, I will say that what is the impact of income on GDP? What is the impact of mobile on GDP? So this is the impact. Or these are the two impacts, income and mobile. These are the impacts. Right? How many stars to be put? Is it statistically significant? You look at the standard error 1. So if it is again, if it is less than 0.1, you will put 1 star. Less than 0.05, you will put 2 stars. 0.01 or less, you will put 3 stars. So for example, here you can put 3 stars. Here you will not put any star. Here you will put no star. Here again you can put 3 stars. So by and large, what I'm finding, whether I look here or I look here or I look here, by and large, my results suggest that mobile usage has an impact on GDP, but income does not have an impact on GDP. You can see that quite clearly. So most of my results are suggesting this way, that the income does not have an impact on GDP, but mobile usage has an impact on GDP. Let me try maybe one more variable. So I'm again writing XT cointrag, then I'm writing ln GDP. Now I'm writing electronic consumption and energy use. I want to see whether these two have any impact on GDP. So I'm writing EST DOLS full. And here are my results. Now, if you see these results, you would again see that here in the country 1, none of those is significant. In the country 2, both are significant. First one is significant even at 1%. This is significant at 95%. This is 99%. This is 95%. This is significant at 95%, but the other one, energy use, is not significant. So in this way, different countries. Now, guys, I want to give you a very important lesson here. Because in the light of the session that you just had with Anirudh, and I said something in that session. So in the light of those two things, I want to give you a small input. In your discussion section, you may talk. For example, suppose country 1 is Bangladesh and country 2 is India. So you can say that in country 2, energy use is having an impact on GDP. While in country 1, energy use is not having impact on GDP. So what according to you are the reasons for it? And when you say, when you describe the reasons for it, it is not only what according to you are the reasons. Energy, think of energy and look at the energy related articles on India and Bangladesh in different journals. And then maybe you may suggest that Bangladesh is not overusing energy as of now. Therefore, in Bangladesh, energy is not having a negative impact on the GDP. But in India, it is starting to have, because we are overusing energy. So in this way, this is a very important discussion element. Now, from here, the policy implication would come. Of course, that the countries should switch to renewable energy, but before that, countries should optimize their usage of energy. Countries should stop overusing energy for themselves, because it is probably a Kuznets-like curve. I hope you know what is Kuznets-like curve. It's a Kuznets curve kind of thing, where after a point, your energy usage gives a negative reward, while till a point it gives you a positive reward. So in that way, that is something very, very interesting, which can come out by relating your results not only to your own results. So that's why these are called the robust estimates. You can compare one country results with the other country results. Now, I also want to, before we move on, and I am sure there should be questions here, and I'm welcoming all the questions. But before that, let me also run with you. So you can do xt cointreg and then take the dependent variable, then take the independent variables. Say I'm taking two independent variables. Now I can put st bracket f mols and write full. Earlier I wrote st dols, now I'm writing est f mols. So these are my f mols results, fully modified ordinary least square results. Again, you can see here. Now here you can see my standard error is a bit too high, so I cannot comment the same way that I could comment earlier. It is very difficult. Fully modified ordinary least square is probably telling me that there is no one which is significant. Hardly any result is found to be significant. So in that way, you can run both. Oops, no, I'm sorry, my bad. Because I took the log of some variables and did not take the log of the other variable. Independent, I did not take log. Independent, I took log. That's why this kind of results. But here are our results. So now you see, this is statistically significant, both of these, but this is significant at 99%. This is only significant at 90%. Same here. Same here. Right. In fourth, the first variable is significant. So first variable is significant almost everywhere, which is a very good signal that this is significant. But this one is significant in some cases. For example, it is significant here. It is not significant here. It is not significant here. Not here. Not here. Which one is the first variable? LN mobile. So mobile usage is having an impact on the GDP. But energy use is having only a limited impact on GDP. In some countries, it has some impact. In other countries, it does not have the impact. So from here, I think you are clear about what is the interpretation of this, because importantly, we have to see how robust our estimates are. We are saying it is an ordinary least square regression, but it is either dynamic one or a fully modified one. So in that way, our regression modeling is coming out to be a robust regression modeling, and we are able to interpret the result, to compute as well as interpret the results for every single country of our sample. Right. So that's it from my side. I think this is quite enough for the time being. I'll take the questions, but before that, let me say what I need to say about the entire thing. My last comment about the entire thing. I hope that you are working on your Excel sheets or on your panel sheets now. And mind you, all the three of us, Sanshita, Mansi, and myself, we are available for you. You can do your work, continue doing your work, and I would want that by the end of May, you should have your papers ready and we should communicate it somewhere. Mind you, if you're targeting a B journal, so the analysis that we have computed so far is quite fair enough. Based on this analysis only, your paper will screen through, most probably. If you are targeting a little higher A journal, I would say you would need to build a theoretical framework and then work harder on it. But if you're targeting a B journal, I believe that your paper should screen through. I don't see a major problem coming your way if you're targeting a B journal and if you have done the analysis that we just spoke about. But as I said, take your time till 31st May. and try to finish it off by 31st May. The three of us are available, and as I requested during your workshop to the panelists who came on, like I requested Burak, I requested Solomon. I didn't say this to Anirudh, but I'm sure he would also be available. So if in case, look at their research profile. If you feel that some of them can be inducted as a co-author, you would want to induct someone as a co-author and want them to enrich your paper, you can always request them. Yeah, open to questions, please.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, so when I'm going for this command which you have told, I'm taking one dependent variable and only one independent variable. So the results I'm getting is just for one variable, like it's for credit per capita only, and the dependent variable is not being shown.
Mm-hmm.
So same command I have taken. So what would be the reason for that?
Can I see your results, madam? Is it possible to show your screen?
So actually, I'm right now logged to mobile, so it will not
Okay. But what exactly are you getting? You are not getting the result.
I am no, I am getting the results, but as you have two variables, one dependent and other one is independent.
No, I have three variables. I took three variables, one dependent and two independent.
Yes. But I am getting the results, but only for CPC. Like for one variable, the column is showing only one variable.
Right. So how
many
variables did you input?
Two only, one dependent, one independent.
One dependent and one. So you will get only for one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you are putting two variables, then you will only get the result for one variable because the other one is independent, other one is dependent. So I put three variables, therefore I get the results.
And all the values which are coming, like they are significant, 0.01, 0.02, like it is for all the states. So that would be a weak point. So no discrimination as such would be there. So it will be like for all the states, it is coming like the same result.
That is even better. So you can say that there can be a country-wide policy. So there is a policy implication that the country can go for a macro policy, country-wide policy, rather than going for different policies for each state.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And one more thing, sir.
Yes, please.
Like we can go for these long-run co-integration tests in eViews also.
Westerland is not available in eViews. Yeah.
And this FMOLS?
FMOS dolls are available in eViews. I have not demonstrated those, but because Stata gives you much better output than eViews. But yeah, FMOS dolls are available in eViews.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Right. Someone has written in the chat box that which one we should go for, whether we should go for FMOLs or dolls. I advise you going for both of those. Any other questions, please?
Sir, I have a question from the previous test that we have done earlier. Like, first of all, this Westerland co-integration test, it writes that it assumes cross-section independence of the series. I have read it in your paper. So what if in case in our series the data is not cross-section independent?
Come again with your question. I'm sorry, I missed part of it.
It was mentioned there that in case of this co-integration test, it assumes that there is cross-section independence of the variables. Right. So in our case, the series is not coming out to be cross-sectionally independent.
So no problem.
Then how to?
See, because in the case of any of those two, whether it is independent or dependent, it has to, you can always run Westerland co-integration. That's not a problem. The only thing is that if I have mentioned that this assumption was met, you can say this assumption was not met because it doesn't have any impact on Westerland co-integration. You have to run it in any way.
Okay, so these assumptions are to be checked, and if Even if they are not met, we just have
Of
to
course,
state that there.
of course. Yes, yes.
Okay. And one more thing, sir, with regard to our data that we are working on for 4 months data on COVID cases, etc. And
Mhm.
this test is saying it is a long-term linkage test. So will that 4 months period meet with this long-term
So
criteria?
when you take the data for every single day, because we have taken high
Okay,
frequency
okay,
data,
okay.
so that helps.
Right, right.
But the point is that we are on based on this data, we are commenting that in the long run these series are going hand in hand.
Okay, right. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Is there any other point, any other question? Otherwise, it is over
Sir,
to.
one last thing.
Yeah.
Can you create a thread between all these now, these all these tests that we are doing? Because now you are telling me in case, even if it is not cross-sectionally dependent, even if, and I have read in your paper, even if it is not meeting the stationarity criteria, still we are moving forward with the next test. So how are we going to create a thread between all the analysis that we have done, the various tests that we have performed so far?
Monica, no, I am not saying that if the series are not stationary, we should not go further. We should go further. I strongly advised more than once that you take the log of the series, which would usually be stationary, and
Mm-hmm.
then move forward. So this is not correct that
Mm-hmm.
we move forward even if the series are not stationary. Second, about the thread, I think the slide that I prepared and I will share it
Mm-hmm.
soon. So that will give you a fair bit of idea of how to proceed and what is the thread between these.
All right.
Yeah. So we are not going
Okay.
randomly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So is there any specific difference between FN is fully modified and dynamic OLS?
So you should read the theory. There is a lot of difference, but please read the theory of F malls and dolls. I would appreciate if you can read that and then come back. That would be very, very, very good for you.
Right, sir. Thank you.
So there is a question in the chat group as well by Manpreet ma'am.
What is that?
It is related to results of both FMOLs and DOLs has to be reported in the paper or not.
Yeah, you can do that. See, eventually you have to be a little strategic also because if both the results are coming out to be significant, you report both of those. If you have read the theory and you know which one to be employed, you can do that. But if you do not know the theory which one to be employed and you have computed both, but one is significant, one is coming important and the other one is not, report the one that is coming significant. Simple as that. So we have to be a bit tactical in the beginning because once you get published, then people would be okay. Okay, this person has written this paper, he has published so widely, fine, he must have done a good job. So you would clear. But in the other case, till the time that we have done good publishing already, people would maybe see how specific, how robust are the results. If the results are not robust enough, they would say, no, 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 we would not go ahead with this paper by this author because probably he doesn't know how to do. So in that way, it is always good out of the two. If one is coming significant and you can report only that, otherwise you can report both. I mean, this is a very technical answer. I don't want to give this to the students, but since you are all in the academics already, I would want you to do this. And this is a bit of a shortcut, but I don't mind taking it.
I believe that most of the queries are answered. So finally, I think we shall begin with the formal valedictory as proposed by Principal Sir in the morning. So I'd request any one of the participants from this workshop, from this faculty development program, to kindly share their experience briefly within 2 minutes. Any one of the participants who would be willing to share their experience. None I find as yet. Anyone who is willing to share their experience? I had request Dr. Sushil Kumar, our worthy Director Education, to kindly share his words of wisdom with all of us. Director, sir. Director, sir, can you hear me?
Probably rejoining. He has left the meeting. And
Yeah, he'll join again. Yeah, right. Let me share certain things with you earlier till he joins again. Uh, Actually, it was a really worth attending workshop because we learned a lot during this workshop. And as principals have proposed this workshop, it was with an aim of creating research output, improving research output of faculty members. So I hope that very soon they'll come out with their publications and you will get those good news. I think he has joined, so let's listen to him. Director, sir, kindly share your words of wisdom. Sir, if you can hear me, please unmute.
Probably there is some technical problem. I will try to call him on mobile. You can carry on till.
Okay, sir, okay. Actually, what I can share with you, I just thought that I should thank you and all the resource persons that you've engaged. Like Dr. Burak was there, Dr. Solomon was there, Dr. Anirudh, who just was with us today only. They all, with a deep sense of gratitude, we are here, and we want to thank them in absentia, and I hope that you will convey our feelings and our gratitude to all of them. And above all, I think that you did a great job, that you were here with your team composed of Miss Mansi, Miss Isha, Miss Anshita. All of them were throughout this journey with us, helping us out, resolving to our simple to complex questions. And I'm willing that if you would have been there in front of us, we could give you a big round of applause. But virtual applaud can still be given because we are online. So please accept our virtual applaud. And no doubt this workshop could be possible only through technical support, which was given by our IT head, that is Mr. Vijay Chabra, because there were certain glitches, technical glitches were there, but still he was throughout with us. And our estate officer, he was in college and he was supporting us technically by hosting the meetings from there. I'd like to thank him as well. And I'd also like to thank our participants because I think, as you were repetitively saying, that you should ask some questions, you should share your viewpoints. At times they were asking, at times they were silent because they may be in a mode of thinking. So I'd like to thank all the participants. They should accept my gratitude on behalf of my college only because they've been joining us since past so many days. They are with us and they've been learning through active participation and with a great zeal. So they really deserve that gratitude from our side. I'll also convey my thanks to my team, my committee, which is assisting our worthy principal. Our research and faculty development committee is there, which is composed of Dr. Manpreet, Mr. Mahesh, Mr. Sanjay, and myself. So we four are behind assisting this workshop. No doubt it was the untiring effort of our worthy principal, and he was there who took the lead, and he just organized through your connection, through that linkage, this 10-day long program. But I think the pace of the program, that was quite adequate. We could learn. Actually, I was comfortable with Mendley as Mansi and Anchita and Isha, they delivered to us. I was I'm comfortable with the commands, that much lessons that you have taught us. I'm comfortable with that. And I hope the same will be the experience of other participants as well. I still offer, if anyone wishes to share their experience with all of us. Is there anyone who would like to share their experience if they are ready now?
Yes, I want to share, Leenu ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
I want to mention here that this kind of hand holding has never been there in any of our earlier workshops or any of the workshops that we have attended. I have attended so far in my personal capacity also. And he has this in this workshop, Dr. Gagan, he has started with the scratch and led us to the end of writing the paper only. Otherwise, the workshops are focusing only on teaching you the tools, and they do not know do not tell how to convert learning from those tools into writing of a research paper, and all the nitty-gritties, all the other aspects of lending into writing of the final paper. And that kind of hand holding has never been there. And I also want to mention here, I have read many years back about Dr. Gagan. I think in his earliest years of teaching career, I think there was I have just read it in his Facebook post also, and it reminded me of that past incident when he, I think, handheld his students, and he made him write those research papers, and it was a newspaper post at that time. A similar kind of, I think, experience he has given to us, and we are leading up to writing research papers through this one workshop with this new tool of panel data regression. So that has been an amazing experience. Thank you, Gagan sir, for all these inputs and other help that we have been
Thank,
getting from you.
thank you, ma'am.
Our Honorable Director sir has joined. So,
Right.
madam, you can proceed further.
Okay, sir. I'd request our worthy director to kindly share his words of wisdom with all the faculty members and the participants from other colleges as well.
What we refer to as longitudinal data analysis or panel data analytics with econometric models. The presenters, with their passion, perseverance, has really given and clear all the doubts of the participants. I am particularly thankful to Dr. Ajay Sharma, who's the spirit behind such a wonderful workshop, and this would not have been possible without the coordination of inimitable Dr. Gagandeep Sharma. I would like to thank the presenters alphabetically: Anurudh Agarwal, Anshita Yadav, Burak Irkut, Gagandeep Sharma, Mansi, and Solomon. Ladies and gentlemen, since research is at the very core of our work, what we require is passion, perseverance, and with the correct team, and you will never go wrong. I would like to thank Vijay Chabra, who, despite the inclement network condition, hosted the conference in the best of manner. My thanks to all of you, and above all to our principal for bringing us such a wonderful workshop. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Director, sir. We always look forward to learn from you certain lessons, as today you have shared passion and perseverance. We'll definitely try to be passionate about our research, and we'll try to create some research outputs as well and persevere as well, because no doubt there are a number of difficulties that we need to face throughout our lives, but yet we need to continue with our work. Show must go on. So we'll definitely go by the lessons that you've taught us. Now I'd request our worthy principal, Dr. Ajay Sharma, to kindly share his words.
Thanks a lot for Dr. Sushil Kumar for praising, but it is the workshop of the participants and of the resource persons. No doubt we were there to help them out. We were thinking of the workshop on offline mode, but because of the COVID situation, later on we decided to have this online mode, and the challenges were very high because we were not much aware of which type of the system to use, whether the internet connection will be working, voice will be audible, video will be recorded or not. But in these 2 weeks, we have certainly learned how this workshop can be conducted and how the participants should respond. And it was certainly a learning experience for all of us. Regarding Gagan in particular, from last 20 years, I have looked at his performance from this MCOM days when he was living along with me in the hostel to this level of the Indraprasth University and then going to international level. I know how slowly, steadily he learned, and then he created its own name in this research field. And even the resource person's quality was very high. Learning or having a research is one thing. Conveying the same, teaching the same to a novel learner is another thing. But I find out that the most of the resource persons were in a position to connect with all of us. They were very patient, and even the team Professor Gagan is having of the research scholar with them, they were also very much attentive, cooperating, and always helping us even in the late hours of the night, sharing the resources. To again thanks our director, our resource persons, all the participants from the far off places. We are connecting with a few teachers which are from the Fatehgarh district, which is, as you are aware, of the border district of Punjab. And there are number of connectivity issues and everything there, but they were here with us. There are the persons from the Banur, there are the resource participants from the Delhi also, and there are number of persons from the Chandigarh, Panchkula, Mohali also. So this way, the technology help us a lot to reach to the different locations, and to have the resource person from the far off places internationally. It's a big challenge, and Professor Gagan has done it for all of us, and I know this will continue. What I mean to say this will continue is that it is a relations, and relation must be nurtured. So our message from all the participants is workshop is over, but our endeavor for research, our endeavor for writing the research paper jointly, making up the teams, and getting the cooperation from here and there should not be over. My best wishes for all of you. Remain in touch and ensure that what we plan to do is implemented. Initially we were thinking that we should be in a position to write the papers in a good quality journal once workshop is over. And this team should continue to work, produce the papers, and inform us that, yeah, that will be actually the ultimate satisfaction which we are going to get if you are in a position to publish the papers in good quality research journals. Thanks a lot.
So prior to dispersal, I feel all of us should once put the videos on so that we can have a photograph of all to the extent we can through this e-mode. I'd request all the participants to kindly put their video mode on. Would you, sir, kindly inform when it is done? If you can hear me. Those who can, kindly do it. All the participants who can, kindly do it. Put your video mode on. I hope you people are able to hear. Thank you so much, Pooja sir. So finally, the time of dispersal. But believe me, it's not the end. Rather, from here, we can take the flight to fulfill our dreams as researchers with the teams that have been formed. So wishing all the researchers impactful publishing and bright careers ahead. Goodbye to all. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Dr. Gagan. Thank you, Dr. Sharma, for letting me know about this meeting, about these sessions. It was really very informative session for me too. As a fresher, I was able to learn a bit of it because as I'm a learner now, Abhi, and it is very difficult to go to all these things in an initial stage. But yes, it has helped me a lot. Thank you so much, and I'll be surely stay connected with you, Dr. Gagan, Dr. Sharma, for my research paper. I feel you'll help me in my future endeavors also. Thank you.